So the first exercise of warm up is a spot jog. For this you have to stand up in one place and try to reach your opposite arm to your opposite knee so that we can spot jog this. We have to do it for 20 seconds and then switch the exercise to 90-degree twist. For this you have to make the angle of 90 degree between your arms and twist from side to side. If you are turning to the left side, your lower arm should be towards left side. Let's do this for 20 seconds as well. Twist as much as you can, use full range of motion, and we have to perform 10 reps towards each side of this warm-up exercise. Keep going. Switch exercise, that is windmill. Have a wider stance between your feet and try to touch your opposite foot with your opposite hand. Try to reach out as max as possible and also rotate your body towards the side you are turning your body. We have to perform 10 reps to each side. And then switch your exercise to in and out hops. Here we have to hop in and out with your feet. You have to land on your toes, not on your heels. And we have to perform 3 sets of 10 in and out hops. Start your second set. This is a great exercise to warm up each and every part of your body and blood pumping everywhere inside your body. If you are a complete beginner, then follow this modification. Skip the hopping part of the exercise. If you are advanced, then follow the regular version and go for your third set of in and out hops. 10 repetition and we are done with the warm-up. So now we are going to start our workout. So this first exercise is squat to elbow to knee. So first we will have a shoulder width distance between your feet and take your hands back behind your head and squat down with a straight back and come up. We have to twist our body towards the knee while maintaining your balance. So squat down and the opposite one. Squat down and the opposite one. As you do this, try to contract your core as much as possible and then come back to starting position. So we have to perform 6 reps on each side. Let's start the first set of this exercise. Keep your body straight, squat down and reach out with your opposite elbow to your opposite knee. And when you twist your body, try to crunch as maximum as possible and try to hold it for a second before going back to the starting position. Keep your core engaged, your back straight and keep your balance in check. And we have to perform 6 reps each side, means total 12 times you have to squat down for one set. This is a great full body exercise which involves almost all the muscle groups of body, your balance, your stability, and it raises your heartbeat, your blood circulation and helps in your weight loss and target your muscles as well to tone them up and tighten every part of your body. Take a break before you start your second set. Get ready for your second set and start it. Hands behind your head, keep your body straight, core engaged and squat as deep as possible, but do not compromise on the form. Inhale when you squat down, hold your breath when you come up, and when you come up, breathe out. Do not try to rush this movement. Do slow and controlled movement. Use full range of motion everywhere. That is important. If you cannot do a regular squat, if you are a complete beginner, you can perform this on a chair. You can squat down on chair and then you can perform the same crunch. So that way you can modify this exercise. Take a break. Grab a water if you want and be ready for your third set. And go. Squat down, crunch up, squat down and crunch up. When you stand up, try to press from your heels, means keep most of your body weight on your heels, not on your forefoot. And when you press up, when you stand up, try to press up with your heels. Whenever you squat, think of lowering your hips first rather than bending your knee. In fact, do not think of bending your knee. Focus on lowering your hips. Knee bend comes along with it. We don't have to think about that. Just think of keeping your back straight. Do not bend a lot forward. So with this, our 3 sets of first exercise are done. Let's move to the next exercise. So this next exercise is a static lunge. While performing lunge, we have to make sure that our knee doesn't pass the toes, and if you are a complete beginner, take the wall support and press up, press down. Do not touch the floor. Don't go all the way down. As your knee start tapping the floor, just press up. When you press up, contract your glutes, squeeze your quads and go back down like this. And afterwards, switch side. Perform the same movement. When you go down, your back should be straight, your core should be engaged. And while pressing up, you have to contract the quadricep muscles like this. If you can maintain your balance, then do it without any wall support. If you are a beginner, take the wall support, but this is optional. If you can, do not take the wall support and perform the lunge without any support. So we have to perform 8 reps each side for 3 sets. Start your first set. Use the non-dominant leg first because most of the time that is a weaker side. So we have to perform reps on the weaker side first and then to the stronger side of your body. Whenever you lunge, your knee should not pass your toes. And try to press up completely, stand up and switch your side. If you are a complete beginner and doing a static lunge without support is a challenge for you, so as I mentioned, take a wall support whenever you are performing these movements. But do not compromise on the form. Keep your back straight, your core engaged, and take a break. Grab a water if you want. Get ready for your second set and go. Here I am using the wall support, so you can see how to do it with the wall support. Place your hand on your waist if you want for a better stability and balance. And try to press up with your quadricep muscle of your front leg so that your back leg will not burn much. If you keep most pressure on your back leg, then there are chances that your rear leg's quadriceps will burn more than the effort of the front leg. Keep going. If you have a handle nearby, that is even better than taking wall support like this, so you can hold it and lower your body and press up. So we are done with the 2 sets of this exercise. Be ready for your third set and go. Don't forget to perform same number of repetition on each leg to avoid any possible muscle imbalance. So we have to perform same number of repetition on each side. Similarly to the squat, here also you have to try to press up with your heel of your front leg. So have most pressure on your heel, not on your forefoot when you press up. So we are done with the 3 sets of the second exercise. Let's move to the next one. So the third exercise is a no jump burpees, means it's burpee without any jump. So squat down, place hands down, throw your legs back, bring your legs front this way. So when you bring your legs in front, contract your abs, take your legs as back as possible and bring them as forward as possible. So we will perform 6 reps of this no jump burpees. Start the first set of no jump burpees. Burpees are a great exercise to burn overall body fat and burn extra calories, and it tones up many muscles of your body, just like quadriceps, your shoulders, your backs and your glutes. We have to perform 6 reps of this no jump burpees and we are done with the first set. Get ready for your second set and go. Again, as I mentioned, try to come as forward as possible, means your hop should be as long as possible. So go as back as possible and come as forward as possible. Keep your body straight. When you stand up completely before starting the next rep. Take a break, grab a water, have only a sip if you want, not too much, and go for your third set. If you can speed this movement, it is even better. So if you can speed up, then speed up, but I am using a normal pace so that most of us can follow me. With this, our all 3 sets are done of this exercise. So let's move to the next one. So for this fourth exercise, we have to stand on the edge of the mat, have a little bit distance between your feet and bend down, place your hands on the mat and walk forward from here till you go to a high plank position. Do not drop your core, keep your core engaged, and from here walk backwards and stand up. Then repeat the same thing and walk backwards and stand up. Keep your core engaged all the time. So we have to perform 8 reps of this forward inchworm for 3 sets. Get ready for your first set. Come on the edge of the mat and walk forward. Come back. Forward inchworm are the great exercise to target upper body and your core. So whenever you are walking forward and backward, do not forget to engage your core. Do not drop it. Hold a control of your core. Squeeze your stomach in. Engage your abs and your shoulders are working a lot over here. If you can speed up this movement, then speed up without compromising on range of motion. But I am again following a normal pace so that most people can follow me. We have to perform 8 reps here for one set. Keep going. Take a break. Get ready for your second set and go. Try to start your walking forward movement as close to your feet as possible so that you can have a longer space to walk forward and backward, and with that we can engage our shoulders and core as much as possible. Keep going, you are doing great. And we are done with the second set. Take a break. Get ready for your third set and go. And we are almost done with our third set of this exercise. Let's move to the next exercise. For this last exercise of this workout, you have to lie down flat like this and keep your hands beside your ears, and from here you have to bring your knees towards your chest and elbows towards your knees like this. We have to tuck as much as you can, and from here we have to stretch the hands and legs and again tuck. When you tuck, contract your abs, hold this, pause for a second and then stretch out. And when you stretch out, stretch this out completely. And then again you come back to tuck and stretch again. And all the time try to eliminate the gap between your back and mat. Means you have to tuck your stomach in, hold this posterior pelvic tilt, and here you have to hold the stretch position. If you are shaking, it's totally okay because this is not easy, and because this is not easy, so it is effective. So we will perform between 6 to 8 reps of this tuck and stretch. Start your first set. So tuck as maximum as possible. As I always mention, use full range of motion. So tuck as much as possible and stretch out as much as possible. When you stretch out, try to keep your arms and your legs at equal height, and that height should be approximately 40-degree angle of your leg from the floor. So that much you have to stretch out, and when you stretch out specifically your legs, try to lock your knees and straighten your legs completely without losing the posterior pelvic tilt. Means don't forget about the eliminating the gap between your back and the mat. That is very important. Start your second set. Tuck and stretch out. We have to perform 8 reps for one set, so keep going. This is the last exercise of this workout. After this, we are going to perform our cool down stretches. Cool down stretches are equally important as your workouts, so don't forget to perform a cool down stretches after a workout so that you can have easy recovery and less soreness in the muscles post workout. Take a break. Start your third set. When you tuck, along with bringing your knees to chest, do not forget to lift your upper body up. Means rise as high as you can. Lift up your upper body as much as possible to complete your solid tuck position. That is important. With that, you will feel the contraction and effort your upper abs muscles. So that is very important. So we are done with the third set. Also, let's move to the cool down stretches. So the first stretch is a long sitting reach out stretch. For this, you have to sit in a long sitting position, means your knee straight, your leg straight, and try to reach your toes with your fingers with keeping your back straight. We have to hold this position for 20 seconds. And here you should feel the stretch in your hamstrings, your calf muscles. And the second stretch is a cobra pose. Come to stomach on mat position. Keep your hands beside your chest, right beside your chest, and rise up and lock your elbows and try to look up. Meanwhile, keep your feet in the same position as I'm keeping them and join to each other as well. Hold this for 20 seconds. And the next stretch is a triangle stretch. For this, you have to keep your one leg in front and your opposite hand right beside your foot like this, and straighten your rear leg and rotate your body completely towards your opposite leg, which is in front, and keep your arms in line to each other and hold this for 20 seconds. And then switch side, perform the same stretch towards the other side as well. Walk to the other side. Front hand and front foot in line with each other and rotate your body towards the opposite side. Meanwhile, keep your rear leg straight. So here your arms, your rear leg and the floor should look like a triangle. So the last stretch of this workout is a child pose. So join your great toes and have a distance between both of your knees and stretch your body as much as possible. Keep your head down if you want and relax for 20 seconds. And with this amazing stretching routine, our workout is complete. I hope you enjoyed it. If yes, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, along with pressing the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.